strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
Welcome back, everybody. The series continues. We move on with our next game in the 30 in 30, looking at 30 NFT games in 30 days. This is Cradles: Origin of Species, and honestly, this might be the most intriguing game I look at all month. I am kind of mesmerized by this game and what all it's going to bring. And I'm not saying it's going to be the best or the most popular of the 30 games, but I am super intrigued by this one. This entire series is sponsored by Zen Sports. So we know you guys love NFT gaming, right? If you like esports as well, competitive gaming, make sure you go check them out. They have, like last month, they gave away almost $30,000 in crypto prizes for tournaments, and it's been great. This weekend, they've got a charity event coming up to raise money for charity, so definitely go check them out and give them a look at that. I'll be participating. I'll have a charity stream going on with it at some point, so I can't wait to participate in that. So I also can't wait to see what's going on with Cradles: Origin of Species. Let's jump in and look at the trailer here real quick. I think I'm honestly a little confused on why this game hasn't blown up. Everything using a metaverse has just blown up recently, right? Partially because of Facebook as well, just kind of speeding things up with their name change. And this is a metaverse game that seems to be flying under the radar. And I think maybe it's because people don't really understand what it is, because I was confused about what it is. So let's jump into the trailer and then we'll go from there. So let's take a look right here. Roll the footage. All right, so I saw that, and then I went over to their website and kind of read some things. And like if we go down here, it says, if you load, there we go, scroll too far. Game roles. Players play in the role of a Newman born in the Triassic Age. Players can use crystals to make props, use time, space, sand to travel through time and space, enter different worlds, and visit the past or the future. Massive plot experiences, props, and all kinds of magical worlds are waiting to be explored. And like I saw, so it talks about how like time is a big thing. This is going to be the first blockchain game that uses time and uses entropy, and things will decay and that type of thing. And I kind of thought this was like an open world survival type game or something like that when I was looking at this, because you start in these ancient times. You guys have you have to start building your cities and just kind of see how the world evolves. And it can be that, and that is part of it, but I did not realize until I went in and looked at the white paper how deep this game is. This is a true metaverse where you can basically do anything. Third parties can interact with it. You can design different games on top of it. They talk about, it's called like exhibits, where you can design a survival game. You can design a story game with a Zelda, it uses the example of a Zelda storyline game. You can go in and add whatever people want to add, and there's going to be so much in here. So collect treasures. Like the website looks really nice, and the trailer is really nice. But I think maybe some of the confusion around this game is that with the promos we have here, I don't know if it really truly promotes how incredibly deep and everything that you can do, and how this is kind of a real metaverse. So, but yeah, it says Cradles has, sorry, the way I've got my screen displayed, the text is off, but Cradles has time and entropy in the game. As time passes, buildings will deteriorate, NPCs will need help, and the world will require maintenance. If players don't take responsibility, with time, the world will crumble. So there's actually two different kind of areas of each. You have like a city area, and then you have an adventure area. And a city area is more of a metaverse that's almost like acts kind of like a Decentraland type thing, except it adds the element of time into it, and it goes so much deeper. And if you guys want to read the white paper, like I read through it, and I had to read through it 6 or 7 times to really understand what's going on. It goes into so much detail, and it's so, like, how the system works is so complicated. Now, as a player, it doesn't need to be complicated. It's not necessarily going to be like that for a player, but for understanding the system and all the technology behind it, they've developed a whole new a whole new system to add entropy into it, and there's so much going on. And it's not just, I mean, they've got time travel. It's not just in prehistoric settings. Civilization's going to advance. You're gonna be all over the place. So it talks about enemies and what you could fight, but the reality is there's not really a limit to what can be designed here. A lot of people like to look at the game. When I first started like asking people about the game, I was like, okay, what are you doing when you start? What is your, like, what's the goal of this game? And, or as a player, what's your goal to accomplish? What are you trying to, like, are you trying to build up your armor and your weapons and progress that way, or what? And some of the people explaining the game to me were like, it's whatever you want to do. Like, if there's going to be so much designed into it that yeah, if you want to play it like a traditional game and have a survival mode where there's going to be kind of some closed instances where you can jump in and play survival games or do things like that. But it doesn't have to be. You can go in, you can go in and whatever people want to build into this game, and whatever gets designed, it's going to have virtual reality where you can actually go out and control other characters. You could become a dinosaur and roam around in virtual reality. And it's not, there's just so much that you are going to be able to accomplish. So like if you click over to the white paper, you'll actually see kind of how detailed this is. I was looking through it. It's 39 pages, and it goes through so much. But like, let's go to, it talks about like their new standard here is the way they develop their entropy into blockchain and do all this stuff. And that's honestly all above my head. I wish I could go through it in this video and talk about what's going on. But let's go down to instances. That's kind of what I was talking about earlier. 13. So it creates open worlds, lacking in main lines and background stories. So that's kind of what, like, you can do anything. And there are two game modes. One is the instance in the online game. So, and then the other is the mod. So you can have extra mod slots. So in the Cradles world, the player community or creative development team can develop their own mods. The instance can focus on gameplay, such as survival in the wilderness, plot experience, similar to Zelda, or revenue. You can add gambling. Like, you can go add and develop mods to do whatever it is you want to do. So I think that's where, like, maybe why the game isn't quite taking off, because people don't, I mean, you watch that trailer and I don't think you really understand what is going on with it. And this game is still a ways out. There's still a lot to come. And that was just kind of a promo trailer. And yeah, when you start, it'll talk below how you start and kind of go through, start in prehistoric times and kind of walk through introducing you to the game and that type of things. But there is so much more. And like, I feel like it's hard for me to make a video explaining it because I can't fully grasp what all is going to go on here. And the whole ecosystem in the game is going to develop the way the players want it to develop and what the players do. So it's not always predictable. But they're also going to have, so it talks here about IP and influencer gather. So any IP can come in and make whatever they want and like sell whatever they want within the game. So there's going to be incentives for IP creators to come in and develop content for the game. And then there's going to be all this there's going to be the incentive for influencers to come in, and like if you do live stream, so it says when the influencer streams the game, fans can purchase game props from their channel, like within the game, and streamers can make money that way. And there's going to be all these incentives for all these third parties and all these other people to come in and build stuff within the game and socialize within the game and create all these great environments. And it's all like reading through here, my opinion just drastically changed as I went from watching the trailer to looking at the website to reading the white paper and then interacting with some people in the community and talking to people involved and things like that. And so I mean, it talks about novice missions. Sorry, where okay, you choose a birthplace, the village guides the player to complete tasks and hunting beasts, and you have to go get your weapons and things like that. But then it just evolves into so much more. You're gonna get city governments, ecosystem. It goes into all these tokenomics. There's gonna be player versus player. We can go out into the wilderness and fight other people, fight versus the environment. You can do whatever the community decides wants to be built into this game, or is going to be able to be built into this game, and it's really something that I'm intrigued by. I'm very, very intrigued to see how it all turns out. I'm not going to go through the entire white paper because I mean, again, it's a lot of reading here, and if anybody's interested in getting involved, I highly recommend going and looking through this, because it's almost so overwhelming trying to understand and trying to predict what this game is going to be like. Again, I don't know if this is going to be a huge game or not, but I mean, they raised over $1 million from their funding, their initial seed funding, earlier this month. Well, it's November. November, isn't it? Early last month. So they've got some funding to go out and do some things, and I'm just intrigued. I know I'm not educating you guys very much on what's going on inside this game, but it's more just kind of me pointing out that this game is here. I'm intrigued by it. There's no affiliate links here. I am not being paid by the developers or anything. I have zero incentive right now to make this game other than just making content for you guys and trying to grow my channel. So this is not a promotional video. None of these in this series is a promotional video. There's no referral links even for this game yet. So I'm not. It talks about having incentives for content creators. Those aren't there yet. I don't have that. So my point is that I'm not doing this to try to promote anything and make money off of this. I am genuinely intrigued by this game, and I can't wait to see how it kind of turns out and develops. So it's kind of interesting. But I hope you guys take a look at it. Go to their Discord, check out the white paper in a little more detail, see what you guys think, and let me know what points am I missing. Maybe some people can really understand all of this a little better than I can, because I don't understand the blockchain tech. Like, it talks about their if we go up here, how they redesigned everything to be able to incorporate entropy and time decay and things like that. And it goes through so much stuff. These guys are smarter than I am. That's all I have to say. Smarter than I am. They're ER366. Oh wait, no, that's not. So yeah, they created a new ERC standard. It's off the charts, guys. I'm kind of mesmerized by this whole thing. And I just can't wait to see it happen. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you subscribe. We've got a lot more games coming, and I can't wait. I can't wait to show you guys some more. There's a bunch I've got in mind. We're gonna have some more live streams for some games. Maybe won't be as disastrous as the first live stream attempt. This one I'm a little more familiar with and a little better at the game. So we'll see. But it's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait. I'll be seeing you guys around. Thanks.